I'm John Vidar. I'm the co-founder and executive director of the Tiziano project. And what we do is we go into communities, mostly conflict, post-conflict, and underrepresented regions, and work with local community members to tell their own stories using new media. The traditional models, at least, are very much driven on clicks and ad views and things like that, whereas as a 501c3, we can actually go after a lot of grant funding for our project. So it opens up a lot of revenue streams that give us opportunities to do projects that wouldn't really make a lot of money through the traditional models and actually have a pretty good impact doing it. The one thing that I see as a problem with community submitted content is that the quality isn't always there. The vetting of the material isn't always there. You don't know what kind of training the community members have had. So it's kind of a crapshoot as to what you're going to get. What we tried to do is go in and train the community members to tell a professional journalistic story so that their story can stand alone as its own package. It doesn't need to be contextualized by a professional journalist. So we know the content from them has some level of training behind it, has some level of journalistic integrity behind it. We know every one of our students, so we know what they're capable of and what they can produce. So with our programs, we do try to get a good mix that's representative of the community where we're working. So with Iraqi Kurdistan, we had Kurds, Arabs, and Assyrian Christians all in the same classroom together. And it actually makes for really interesting conversation quite often. Like, we had some heated moments and we had some really great moments in our program in Kurdistan, but what we know that it worked, because now 2 years later, we're still seeing pictures of the Kurds and Arabs hanging out together on Facebook as friends. And we know that, like, they met in our classroom. They had some moments early on where everyone, expressed their feelings. And that conversation actually allowed them to move past any cultural differences they may have and become friends. So we know that that part of our model is having an impact at the local ground level.